US import prices show sign of relief, but tariff threats cloud economic horizon. A new report from the US Labor Department on Tuesday offered a glimpse of economic respite, revealing that import prices unexpectedly declined in March, a first since September. This subtle drop, largely driven by cheaper fuel imports, comes amid broader hopes that inflationary pressures may be easing. However, the tranquility may be short lived as looming trade tariffs under President Donald Trump's administration threaten to disrupt the fragile stability. On Tuesday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics disclosed that imposed price dipped by 0.1% in March, defying economists' expectation of stability. The decline followed a downwardly revised 0.2% rise in February and marked a reversal in a trend that has recently raised concerns over persistent inflation. The surprise dip in import prices aligned with the benign readings in consumer and producer prices for March, suggesting a declaration in inflation. Economists project that the core personal consumption expenditure price index, the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge, will rise by just 0.1% for the month. This contrasts sharply with February's 0.4% surge and could ease the Fed's dilemma over whether to maintain or cut interest rate later this year. Despite current inflation appearing under control, the outlook remains precarious. President Trump's renewed push for protectionist trade policy, including sweeping tariffs on key imports, may trigger economic turbulence. There is likely to be a very painful and costly transition for the US economy as Trump 2.0 tries to turn back the clock and go back to making things in America, warned Christopher Rupke, chief economist at FWD Bonds. Chinese imports prices fell by 0.2% in March, continuing a downward trend. Prices of goods from Japan, however, increased by 0.5%, while imports from the European Union remained flat. Canadian imports culminated by 1.5%, and Mexican imports saw a slight decline of 0.3%. Export data was similarly muted. Overall export prices remained unchanged, with agriculture export prices flat due to mixed shifts in soybean, wheat, and rice costs. Non-agriculture exports dipped by 0.1% amid softer industrial goods pricing. March cooling in US import prices provides a temporary breath for relief in the fight against inflation. Yet the President Trump's tariff-heavy trade strategy poised to take full effect, the US economy may soon grapple with rising production costs, strained global relationships, and renewed uncertainty.